Hello. How do we do today at the climate summit in Glasgow? I think the leaders have come together to make sure that there won't be any deforestation after 2030. Well, there won't be certainly deforestation after 2030 because there won't be any trees left at the rate we're going. After all, everybody is talking about carbon. You're a carbon yourself. Everything you are is carbon. Your footprint, your fingerprint, everything is carbon-based. Ultimately, all life here on earth is solar, celestial, and cyclical. If you like it or not, everything is carbon. But everything carbon natural is what the creation of life is all about. And more importantly, you don't have to be a scientist, and I'm no scientist. You don't have to be a politician, and I'm no politician. I'm far from. You don't have to be a priest. I'm far from. You don't have to be a TV crew with so much equipment weighing you down to trying to get to the most fragile landscapes on the planet and disturbing its natural setting. When they go in groups with all these equipment to bring you a beautiful scenery out of the abyss, out of the open tundra, out of the polar bear landscape of the Arctic, or the Greenland, or the Arctic Canada. They go with equipment, they go with helicopters, they go with all kinds of things. They don't walk like the indigenous Inuits and the Arctic people have done for centuries. You don't have to go far with a helicopter and a measuring equipment to find out what's happening to their landscape and the animals and habitat that support it. You can simply speak to these innocent human beings who hasn't done anything but survived in the most harsh and most gruesome conditions that the Mother Nature has exposed them to. Yet they survive. You go to the central, north, Midwest America and speak to the indigenous First Nation Americans and find out how they managed to survive for harsh winters, extreme heat wave conditions for centuries, for millennia. You don't have to go with instruments and start to measure from space through satellite, from a satellite communication to monitor the thermal imaging effects on the Earth's surface. Just do little. The planet is fine without your scientific ideologies, your political ideas. All we need to do is to bring humanity to a conscious place. When I say conscious place, change your educational structure. That has been this imperialistic disdain idea that has been exported across the entire world for 250 years since the motorization and industrialization of life, mechanical life. Today, we are trying to move everyone into 4 or 5 gadgets, from an iWatch to an iPad to an iPhone to a smart device. Where are you going to get the electricity from? From a battery cell? You've done enough with the fuel, the black gold, so-called, digging the earth for gold, then for silver. You've done that in 400-500 years ago. Then you start digging for oil. Done that for 200 years, even to this day. poisoning the earth, soiling the waterbed, poisoning the ocean bed, the seawater. And now you're going to another expansion of the landscape on the planet that hasn't been touched, where rare earth metals are being used for your next modern device. Is that what you are expecting it to do? Go into this untouched landscape, fragile landscapes of the world, from Central South America to Mongolia, to Inner Mongolia, to Afghanistan, to all these countries, Central America, to Central Africa, to exploit for looking for rare earth metals so that you can put it in your smart device. You're talking about not buying the palm oil instead of going and cutting down forests and dig down deeper to refine the rare earth metals, which is far more complex, which is far more polluting than extracting fuel from the earth. When are we going to stop? I don't need to be a philanthropist. I don't have to be a billionaire, but I have learned something that life has taught me. I traverse the earth with the bare minimum on my back, most of the time walking, unrecognized for what I have been doing for centuries, for people who have been exploiting the planet for centuries, highlighting the impact in every step I make, walking barefoot with landscapes nobody else wished to travel to. I'm just about sharing all of those experiences with you all. It is down to you. Whatever you do is of conscious nature, that you don't have to do anything. All you have to do is have some sort of respectful, gentle approach to the way in which you live.